Good morning, students. So, in the previous class, we had done three types of partial fractions. Type 1, where we have distinct linear factors. Type 2, linear and repeated factors. Then we had done type 3, where we have that quadratic irreducible factors. Now, today we are going to discuss type 4, partial fraction. So, you can write down type 4. So, in type 4, we will have polynomial divided by polynomial. But here, you should understand this important point that partial fraction is applicable only when the degree of numerator is strictly less than the degree of denominator. Otherwise, we have to perform long division and we will utilize expression is equal to quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So this is very important that degree of numerator should be strictly less than the degree of denominator. So earlier, whichever question we had done here, the degree of numerator was strictly less than the degree of denominator. So we can apply those substitutions and we can do it. Now the problem arises when the degree of numerator and denominator is same or degree of numerator is more than the degree of denominator. Then what exactly we have to do? We have to perform long division. So for example, you can see this question. Here you can analyze one thing that numerator is x cubed plus x plus 1 upon x squared minus 1. So straight away, I cannot apply partial fraction over here, right? So what we can do is, here we can analyze that the degree of numerator is 3 and the degree of denominator is 2. So we have to perform long division method as per this type. Let us perform long division method. So when you divide it, when you perform that division, it will be, this can be written as 2x plus 1 and this will cancel out. So here our quotient is x, remainder is 2x plus 1 and this is divisor. So you can see that we will utilize this expression can be written as quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So that means as per this substitution, I can write x cube plus x square plus 1 upon x square minus 1. This expression can be written as quotient plus remainder upon divisor. Now, integration of this expression will become integration of these two individually. This is how I can write it. Now, the whole question is diverted to integrating these two expressions. So obviously, you know how to integrate this one. This is x square upon 2. And in order to integrate this one, you have to split this into two parts and then easily you can integrate it. Let's see how. This is x square upon 2 plus, I can write this as 2x dx upon x square minus 1. And this is dx upon x square minus 1. So for this one, I have to apply substitution. For this, I will put x square minus 1 is equal to t. So its derivative will be 2x dx, that is equal to dt. So when you solve it further, this can be written as x square upon 2. When you integrate this, it will become dt upon t. So it will become log x square minus 1. And this is correct formula of that 1 upon 2a log x minus k upon x plus k plus. This will be the final answer. We can integrate directly. Here I had split this into two parts. This can be done by that substitution method, and this can be done by that formula. This can be done by that formula. So this will give you the final answer. So let me give you one more example. Just write down this. Okay, next is you can see this question number 6. In sixth question, it is integration of 1 minus x square dx upon x into 1 minus 2x. Now here, first of all, we can realize one thing, that the degree of numerator is 2 and degree of denominator is also 2, right? So here we have to apply this type 4. We have to perform long division. First of all, I can write this as x square minus 1, and this can be written as 2x square minus x. So I had taken minus 1 common from numerator and denominator, then I can write in this form. I had just multiplied this also. So now let us perform that division. So when you divide, so it will go with half. This is x square 1.2x minus 1.2x. So this is minus, this is plus. So I can write this as half x minus 1. So that means this expression can be written as, so x square minus 1 upon 2x square minus x can be written as quotient plus remainder upon divisor. So integration of this expression will be integration of these two individually. Now in order to integrate this one, you can see that we can rewrite it this in this form. So this is how I can write. Now here, this is that standard type number 1, where we have two distinct linear factors. So this can be done it directly, and here this will be of the form linear distinct factors. So partial fraction number 1, type 1 you have to apply over here, and then easily we can do this question. Okay, so this is type number 4. Now after this we have last and final type, that is type number 5 from partial fraction. So in type 5, it's a special type where all the powers of x will be even. Like for example, let me straight away give you a question. You can write down this as type 5. So suppose the question is x square upon x square plus 1 into x square plus 4. Now this type of questions where all the powers of x are even. Now this is a special category, it is known as type 5. Here you will apply the substitution, you will say put x square is equal to t. You will put x square is equal to t. Now first time what we can do is we will not convert this in the form of t. And here it is not possible to convert this in the form of t. Just we will consider the integrand part only. Let us consider the integrand part. So this is your integrand, which can be written in terms of t as this much. What I'm saying, just we will consider this integrand part. We are not converting the question to dt form, so you are not allowed to integrate in terms of t. What I had done, I had just taken this integrand that can be written as t upon t plus 1 t plus 4. Now over here I can apply partial fractions. Partial fraction type 1 I will apply. So I can write this as t upon t plus 1 into t plus 4 can be written as a upon t plus 1 b upon t plus 4. So how I can write? Now just take LCM and solve it further. So when you take LCM and solve it further, this will become right. This is what we'll get. So we'll get two equations from here by comparing the coefficient of t and constant. When I compare the coefficient of t, I will get one equation as 1 is equal to A plus B. This is by comparing the coefficient of t and comparing constant on both the side. 4a plus b. That is your comparing the constant. These are the two equations. Now we will solve these simultaneously, or you can apply that shortcut method. So when you apply that, you will get your a as minus 1 by 3 and b will come out to be as 4 by 3. Now, after this, we can write this x square upon x square plus 1 into x square plus 4 as minus 1 upon 3 t plus 1 plus 4 by 3 upon t plus 1. Now keep one thing in mind that you cannot integrate in terms of t. So you have to get back in terms of x. I can rewrite this as x square plus 1 4 upon 3 x square plus 1. This is 4 upon 3 x square plus 1. X square plus 4. Okay, now your integral I will become integration of these two expressions individually. Now your integral will be equal to these two expressions. Now we can apply those direct formulas from 7.5 exercise, and you will get the final answer as minus 1 upon 3 tan inverse x plus 4 upon 3 into 1 upon a, that is 1 upon 2 tan inverse x upon 2 plus. So you can cancel out this 2 with this 4, and this will be your final answer. So here, when all the powers of x are even, then you will put x square is equal to t. You will not convert the question to dt form. We are considering the integrand. We have written it like this: partial fraction. We got the value of a and b. So that means this integrand can be written in this form. Now you will get that in terms of x, because you are not allowed to integrate in terms of t. So we get back in terms of x, and then we are integrating, and this will give you the final answer. So similarly, on the basis of this, you can try question number 18 from 7.5 exercise, question number 18, and even you can do question number 15. They are based on this particular type.